Hello. Today we'll be continuing with Heroes Advent. We're about to start day 10 for Max. So last time, Dave was with Alex while he was out on patrol, and they went to the Garden Crystal, or some kind of crystal, and when Dave touched the crystal, there was a reaction from it. It resonated with Dave, and some kind of a shock or electric shock happened, which affected Dave. Later on, when everybody was in Alex's lab, Alex found out that Dave was able to use magic. Because, while nobody, including himself, when he himself and everybody else touched the crystal, nothing happens. But when Dave touched the crystal, it resonated with him. It caused a huge reaction. So that means that Alex found out that way that he was able to use magic. So they decided to have Dave. They decided to do a test on Dave and see how well he could use the magic, if he could use magic at all. And while doing the test, Dave was able to use magic, but he had a difficult time controlling the magic, and an explosion happened in the lab. And everybody had to run for cover. So we're going to go ahead and see how Dave was doing. It's so cold. Where am I? You held your arms in a silver, trying to stave off the cold or the void. You couldn't feel your limbs at all. Am I dead? Is this it? Is this how it ends? I'm guessing not human material after all. You're selling yourself a bit short, don't you think? Huh? Who are you? You're the inquisitive one, eh? That's got you far into this whole ordeal. But sometimes you have to wonder if you're asking the right questions. Who are we? Or perhaps why are we? Or most importantly, how we came to be here right now. The voice spoke in a familiar mismatched tone as if generated by a patchwork voice synthesizer. I don't... Isn't it obvious? I must either be dead or have gone completely crazy. Death would be unbecoming of a hero, Dave. And crazy. Oh, we've all gone a little mad here, haven't we? But I can only hear you. You sound an awful lot like me, so it's like I'm just hearing an echo of myself. Then maybe you're just talking to yourself this whole time. Then how did I get here? Or you rather? Well, Dave, what do you think that is? What do you remember? I was with Max, but wasn't I trying to learn magic from Alex's lab? I followed his instructions to AT, or at least I hoped to. But in the end, I still blew myself up. It wasn't your fault, though. There was no way you could master that energy flow on first try. Yeah, still, I must have disappointed others or worried them sick because of this. Huh? But this means I can actually do something with all that magic energy, right? And maybe Max can help me find some answers to all this. Well, at least that's something to look forward to. Hey, hello? As the other voice faded into the black of your mind, the faint footsteps and muffled chatter around you gradually became louder and louder, became louder and clearer. And somehow you had this sinking feeling in your chest that you can no longer speak to this voice any longer. But wait! You slowly opened your eyes to your dorm room. Mac was there by your side. The others were too, somewhere around the place. Ow, my head. You hear your throbbing head as you slowly sat up in bed. One of these days, all I want is just a good night's sleep with nothing messing up my head. Guys, look, he's awake. Dave, hey. 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 Ow. You really took your sweet time waking up, huh? How you feeling? Not the best. Body's still aching. My head feels like it's split in half or something. Here, Dave. Cody came closer and handed you a warm bowl. I made some herbal soup to help with recovery. Thanks, Cody. Ooh. You awkwardly reached for the bowl. Your hand still felt a bit too weak as you nearly dropped it onto the bed, but thankfully Max held it in place for you. Here, let me. Thanks, Max. Guess I'm still a bit too clumsy, huh? Shh. Just take it easy, Dave. Max said as he put the bowl on a nightstand for now. Well, now that she's up and doing all right, can we go? Sure thing. You guys are dismissed. Don't forget about your task. What about Dave? I'll stay here and look after him. Then we'll head to Alaric to report my findings. You mean our findings yesterday? Wait, yesterday? How long have I been out? It's nearly 8 in the morning now, so maybe more than 12 hours. Must have really knocked the wind out of you. I'm really sorry, guys. Don't be, Dave. It's not your fault after all. Yeah, if Cody didn't set those stone columns up so close, the blast might not have knocked you out. Hey, whose idea was it to play with magic inside the lab, huh? Whoa, easy there, big guy. Hindsight 2020, Alex. We wouldn't know how it would go down either way. If it weren't for Cody's quick reflexes, we might have been caught in the blast along with half of your lab. Touche. Guess we all owe you one, Cody. Yeah, just please don't want to accuse others next time, Alex. As you say, now can we leave? We're wasting precious time here. Yeah, you guys go. Stay safe. Uh-huh. Oh, Dave. If you want to use magic, remember what I taught you. Well, before it all went somewhat sideways. Yeah, I'll try things. You're welcome. Until next time, guys. Take care, Dave. You too, Max. Yep, rest well, Dave. Don't be a stranger either. I'll prepare more meals at our next get-together. Thanks, Cody. Others left, leaving you with Max for the time being. Okay, let's help you finish up the soup so we can head out. Yeah. What's wrong? Oh, you must be feeling pretty sore, right? Want me to spoon feed you? It's kind of embarrassing when you say it like that. But yes, please, that would be helpful right now. It's still kind of awkward to move around, you see? You try lifting your hands around which are still shaking ever so slightly. Yeah, I can tell. And don't worry about it being embarrassing. Just hold still, alright? Okay. You scoot a bit closer, man, as he started feeding you the soup. That's pretty good. Are you sure there's a medicinal soup? And ask Cody the same. Usually these would taste bitter, but somehow Cody would just go and make it delicious. He really is talented. Yeah. Matt, can you tell me what happened yesterday? Oh well. After the blast that rock wall Cody conjured, you were thrown to the wall and knocked unconscious. But what about you guys? Like Ray said, Cody quickly found another seat in front of us. Huh? He really saved your bacon, huh? I guess you can put it like that. So after the dust settled, we brought you into one of Alex's test tube thing to make your wounds and stabilize your condition. Oh, not those again. I mean, it must have worked now that I'm here breathing and all. But how did that go? It was worrying. Your heartbeat was faint. You were barely breathing at all. That sounds scary. No kidding, but Alex monitored your status the whole time to make sure you're okay. After we released you from the tube, we brought you back here for you to rest. So Alex did all that, huh? That's really nice of him. See, he's not as bad as he sounds sometimes. He did insist that he can't let you die just yet, not until he's ran all the tests he needs on you. Well, that does sound very Alex. Yep. After you finish up the suit, you stay on bed to rest for a bit, Max also brought you some water and herbal pills that Coley made. Thanks, Max. These taste nasty. Can we go back to the soup? If only all medicinal stuff can be made into delicious soup, huh? There. That wasn't so bad. Now rest for a bit before we go. Alright? So Coley is kinda like the medic of your team, huh? Medic? Or healer, as you call it. You know, Alex is a support. You're a debuff attacker, raise the speed DBS, and Coley's a tank healer. What are you talking about, Dave? Oh, is this how we say things back home? So, Coley's the guy that takes the heat for the team while also healing everyone. I guess you could put it like that. Still some really strange terms you're throwing around there, Dave. Hey, as long as you still get what I say, right? Guess so. But do get a nap for now, Dave. We can talk later. Oh, okay. You decided to lie down again for some time. After a few hours, you woke up again, feeling slightly better. It's not like you could get any more well rested anyway. As you got out of bed and head to the bathroom, you could see Matt still hanging by the balcony, probably admiring the scenery. Oh, you up? Feeling better? Yeah, I'll be taking a shower. Shouldn't take too long. Sure, I'll be here. We'll leave when you're ready. You quickly took a shower and cleaned up. Afterwards, you headed to Alaric's place. So, where's the Guildmaster's place exactly? Pretty close to the top floor, maybe a floor or two below the Sky Garden, I think. I wonder, does he get a lot of visitors? Not usually, but you'll see. This was the first time you stepped foot on this floor. The elevator didn't exactly label which floor is what, so you had no idea that Alaric's place was right here. From first glance, this place seemed really identical to the administrative buildings you've been to in your world. The floor was essentially a big corridor divided into different wings, each with their own rooms lined with waiting chairs outside. You could see a lot of people sitting as they waited. Some appeared more impatient than the others. There's a lot of people here. Yeah, quite a lot of missing persons at the incident. Some even got their houses ransacked, so they're here to seek aid for their lost belongings. Some people really took advantage of the chaos. That's really awful. Indeed, that's why we're here, and that's why we need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. After a moment, you ended up at a large door with a sign on the side that read, Galantier Guildmaster, Sir Alaric. Come in. You could see the Guildmaster on the far side of the room, who proved to be quite a broad figure as he stood up from his desk. Good afternoon, Alaric, sir. Ah, Maxwell, have you anything to report? Yes, Master Alaric, sir. Haha. At ease, Max, at ease. You know there's no need for formalities, yes? Not when we're here in my office. My apologies, sir, but it's within my code of conduct to always address the master with utmost respect. Alright, as you say. Oh, and who might this young squire be? Ah, yes, Master Alaric. I'd like you to meet Dave, and Dave is Master Alaric, the Guildmaster and leader of Crystal Coast. Ah, this must be our new recruit for this season. I hope our guild has been treating you well, Dave. You awkwardly exchanged handshakes with him. His hand grip was firm and decisive. Yes, of course, Master Alaric. Please, just Sir Alaric would be enough. Yes, Sir Alaric. I've heard quite a bit about you from Lady Spring. Lady Spring? You mean Elisa, sir? Ah, so you know her alliance as well. Good. That'll make talking about her easier between us. In any case, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Likewise, sir. A pleasure to meet you as well. Well, come take a seat, you two. Make yourself comfortable. As you both headed over to the guest table and sat down at the sofa, You took a quick look around the office. There were quite a few bookshelves, cabinets, and glass displays. Most of them were for what looked like his own book collections, documents, or just decorative trinkets, jewelry and keepsakes from people he met. Well, at least you assume so, given the small notes with names and locations placed beneath each of them. There were also a lot of paintings adorning the walls. One of them did pique your interest the closer you looked. That must be Alaric, gasped. And that tiger, huh? They look really similar. Wait, is that? Oh, you're looking at Alice's family, yeah? He looks kind of young there. I see you taking interest in our picture. This was taken quite some time ago, yes. Alex sure looks more cheerful there. Haha, that one. He's young, but also one of the finest minds of our time. He's still doing well, I presume. Yes, Master, he's still working on his own research projects as we speak. As he would. I do wish he smiled just a tad bit more. Wouldn't you agree, Maxwell? I suppose, sir. His parents would tell him the same when they're around, huh? Speaking of his family, where are they right now? Haven't seen them around or heard Alice mention them before. Oh crap, sorry. Did I say something I was supposed to? Oh no, nothing like that, Dave. It's just they aren't around anymore, I'm afraid. Wait, what happened? It was but a chain of very unfortunate events. I said the votes in your father's sake. I hope you understand, Dave. Yes, of course, Sir Alaric. Very good. So, Max, what brings you here this time? We may have a new lead, Master. Possible sources of problem as well. Is that so? This is grave news indeed. Go on. We believe that our saboteurs are awakening the garden crystal by affecting the soil around it with nether particulates. The soil. I've always suspected our threat to be right within our ranks, but the soil. Is there proof of this at all, Max? Yes, Master. Alice analyzed the samples I retrieved from Visram Park. Nether particulate comes from the fertilizers that our gardeners frequently use for maintenance purposes. I see. That does explain some of the phenomena in the other reports. But have our scientists from the Academy been monitoring the soils and make sure everything is within safety bounds? We're aware of that too, but as Alex mentioned, the plants we import into Crystal Coast do have properties that can purify the soil as per your intention. And that way the nether particulates might have accumulated over time. Is that how things stand? The guild master muttered as he paced back and forth. Yes, Master, at least we believe so. And what about you, Recruit? Do you believe so as well? Yes, Sir Alaric. I was there with Max. We got the soil sample and at Alex's lab when he analyzed the soil. That was the conclusion we came to after some discussion, but we still need more data to confirm things further. What are the odds? Have I made a mistake? That's my judgment. Wait, where did I hear that from before? Very well. I shall instruct the other teams to focus on gathering more samples and have our operatives look into the people under the remediation project. Naturally, this will be a covert op, so please do your due diligence and not disclose any of what we discuss here in public. We will, Master Alaric. Come in. Hey, did I come at a bad time? Oh, Max, you're here. Tobias, what brings you here at this hour? Oh, I'm just here to check on you. Sir Alaric. Perfect timing then. I have a new operation for you to lead. I trust that you will not disappoint, Tobias. Yes, sir. Good. I'll give you further details later on. Have you anything else to report, Max? No, Master Alaric, that'll be all for my report. Very well, you two are dismissed. And Dave, it's a shame that you've joined our guild in the midst of a nationwide crisis. Otherwise, we could have held a more formal celebration to welcome you. In any case, I sincerely hope the Galantir can consider provide you the means and resources to train and grow as one of our mercenaries. It's okay, sir. These recent events are beyond anybody's control, and the guild has been a really welcoming place for me so far. So thank you, Sir Alaric. I am glad to hear. We'll be on our way, then, sir. Ardina Prosperita. Ardina Prosperita. See ya then, Max. Stay safe. You too, Toby. So, what do we do now? Well, now that we've relayed all that to Master Alec, it's now all up to him to live the next course of action. As for us, let's just continue on like normal, yeah? Like normal? Yep, like training and handling requests. Well, first off, let's get something for lunch, shall we? Oh, sure. You and Max decided to have lunch at Cody's Tavern. Cody must be away on duty at this hour, so someone else must be manning the kitchen while Asfer took your orders. You were quite curious, but you never brought up the question to Snow Leopard, who seemed rather wary of you and Max this time. And maybe he's just having a really busy day. They're sure taking their time. Yeah, it's their worst hour after all. I'm surprised they can hold their own this well without Cody around. Yeah, no kidding, but still, I'm kinda starving here. Just a few more minutes, Dave. If Ash doesn't spring around, I'll ask. I believe that won't be needed, gents. The voice startled you as the person set 2 plates of food in front of you. It wasn't the Snow Leopard, so it must be this new set Cody managed to hire to be in his stead. It was a canine, a German Shepherd. The lilt in his tone didn't quite match with his decently large form, though the pair of glasses gave him that learned, scholarly look. You're Cody's new chef, right? That I am. And you two are his friends, I presume? Yeah, we are. My apologies to have kept you waiting. Nah, it's alright. Thank you for personally giving the food to us. It's my pleasure. Say, if you gents do happen by again for dinner, I'd love to sit down and have a chat. But for now, I'm still near at my station. Please enjoy your meal. Huh. Yeah. Where is it, Dave? Nothing. He seems like a nice guy. I guess so. Pretty good first impression. I can see why Cody gave leave for duty without worrying too much about the tavern. Yeah. Well, let's dig in. Then we can get going with our duties. Alright. What should I do now? You went to check the request board. Unfortunately, all the requests seem to have been taken at this hour. Ah, bummer. It's alright, Dave. The early bird gets to warm after all. We can always come back tomorrow. Yeah, I guess so. We can do something else then. We decided to head to the vacant training room. Matt seemed to want to tag along as well. What kind of exercise did you do? Oh, you want to do our usual? Sure, let me help you. You and Max went through the usual strength training routine before taking a break. You feel stronger now. You arrived at the beach. Like the other days, there was almost no one at the beach this time, except for maybe a few people taking a stroll, resting here and here. After walking around for a bit, you notice a shark coming towards you. Oh, hello. You must be Finn, right? That's me. And you're Max, aren't you? Yeah, nice to meet you. Likewise. So you're coming here? Must be for investigations, yes? Sure, something along that line. You're still patrolling the beach? Yep, Ray was going with me for a bit, but he bugged out a while ago now. Huh, he must have gone off to do something else. Could be. Dave, how do you do? Hey, Finn. Wait, you two know each other? Yeah, we met the other day when I visited Ray on the beach. I see. So, any news from the headquarters, Max? It's been awful quiet these few days. No, nothing that I know of. Oh, well, I should be going back on duty then. You two take care now. See you. With that, the sergeant jogged off to the other end of the beach. Well, I guess we're done here as well. Let's leave, Dave. Sure, let's go. It seems like the beach is clear. Better check out on the others. You arrived at the harbor with Max. There wasn't much going around as you walked around the place, just fishermen and merchants going about their business as usual. What can we even look for around here? Not much, probably. Not with us being pretty visible in the public like this. So, would Toby be around here then? Very likely, but given the stakes, he probably would remain under the radar. Right. Can a guy like him really be that stealthy, though? What do you mean by that? Well, he's not exactly the leanest guy, if you catch my drift. I see what you mean, but you would be surprised that being sneaky has little to do with your form. Take Ray for example. He's a pretty big guy himself. Yeah, a lot of times back in the academy, he scared a lot of people because they never seen him coming. Really? Yep. So yeah, I see. What about Toby? He's Alec's son, right? Yeah, he's very noticeable. Like two peas in a pod. Maybe not that similar, but you get the point. Why do you ask, though? Oh, nothing, just something that piqued my interest is all. Alright then. You made a few more rounds around the harbor before deciding it was time to move on. Looks like you're done here. Better check out on the others. You arrived at the Visram Park with Max. You have not visited the other places yet. Proceeding will skip those places. I can still smell some of the nether traces, but it's really faint now. Oh, I don't think I smell anything at all. Should we go for a round first still? We'll call this. There weren't a lot of people around the park at this hour. Only some of the mercenaries were coming in and out for their guard duty shifts. So far there hasn't been anything noteworthy. Not asking the people there would do much help. So he decided to sit down at a nearby bench. Max, you alright? What's on your mind? I'm okay. Just been having some things on my mind. What is it? I'm just a bit concerned. Why am I only picking up the nether scent now, when those should have been able to detect that a long time ago? Maybe it's not that simple as we think. You did only sense it when there weren't as many people around, right? I guess so. What about it? Wait, so many people around might have mass descent? Yep. And let's not forget, I once heard that our nose can sometimes ignore a smell if we've been exposed to it too much. It's so that we can pick up any new real smell that comes around. At least that's how I understand it. That does make a lot of sense. This just must have laid dormant all these years. It's only brought to the forefront lately with fewer people around due to the incident. Yep, that's right. So don't feel too bad about yourself, Max. Hmm? What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. It's not, Dave. It's kind of a relief knowing that it's not always my own fault this whole time. Yeah, not always. It's good to take a step back and reassess the case. Don't you agree? Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think I'm going to get some food now. You want some too, Dave? Oh, sure. Max didn't take long to come back with a few paper cups of fries, but instead of potatoes and tomatoes. Here you go. Thanks, Max. You took a cup for yourself and began eating. Mmm. Whoa, that's a lot of your tomatoes. Yeah, it's a lot of carbs and starch for the average Merc diet, but truth be told, it's my comfort food. It was his favorite too. Huh? His favorite? Yeah, my younger brother. Oh, you have a little brother? Yeah, I guess I don't really ever talk about him, huh? We only spent time together as kids, and when we're both grown-ups, we'd often see each other and catch up on snacks. He'd always ask me to buy his mail flies, sometimes chips too. So you were close, huh? Yeah, only favorite I had around these parts. He kinda idolized me, really. When I became one of the top mercenaries, he also joined the guild's reconnaissance team in my footstep. So, what happened? I still don't really know. The last time we spoke was before we were sent away in separate operations maybe 2 years ago. His recon team was his recon team went missing. We've never seen or heard of them since. I'm sorry to hear, Max. I hope he's still doing alright out there. Maybe one day he'll return to Crystal Coast safe and sound. Heh, that's some wishful thinking, alright? It's alright, Dave. I've already made peace with his answers. Maybe one day he will return, but I won't bank on it too much. Alright, that's enough, Mopey. Let's eat up before it gets cold, alright? Alright, sounds like a plan. After finishing up your meal, you and Max headed back to the guild together. You both headed to the tavern for dinner. Max seemed to have agreed to be up with Toby there. Noticed they were speaking in a rather cryptic manner, almost in tongues, even, but they weren't interested in explaining, so you never raised a question. Just as before, Ashford seemed rather wary of your presence, though you couldn't really tell why. His demeanor was still the same as ever. Yet something about him seemed off, like he was swinging by your table more frequently. You would trust your gut feeling on this, but you decided to just let it slide. Afterwards, you returned to your dorm room. You sluggishly closed the door as you got in. You had a long day. Your body was still quite sore from all the activities. You spent a bit of time cleaning up before taking the medicine Curry gave you and headed straight to bed. To be continued. So that's all that's currently available for Max's route. Max's route just got a new update on Patreon last February. So I think come the 1st of April, the new public update for Heroes Advent will be day 11 for Max. So, we got to meet Sir Alec, who is the leader of the guild, and he basically runs the city now. So in addition to running the guild, he's also the leader of the city. And we just found out that Toby is his son. because when he came in, he actually called Sir Alec his dad before correcting himself and calling him Sir Alaric. It seems like he's still giving Dave the cold shoulder because he acknowledged Max, he acknowledged his father, Sir Alaric, but he didn't acknowledge Dave at all. So, still got a grudge towards Dave. And we also got to meet with Finn again. Based on a couple of appearances he made so far, he seems to be a very nice person. Very nice talk. So, since we're at the very end of Max's route, for now anyway, what I think about what I think about him as a person, at first I didn't like him really all that much. If you seen the videos when you first meet Max, you know why. Kind of giving Dave a cold shoulder because he didn't have the look of a hero, and Dave wondering if Max is just being, and Dave wondering if Max is truly being nice to him, or if he's just being nice to him simply because Elisa told him to be nice to Dave. Dave kept wondering in his mind whether him being nice to him was sincere or just plain nice. I believe at first Max was only being nice towards Dave because Elisa told him to, but I believe as time went by, he really started to generally be nice to Dave as the two of them got closer, and he did apologize to Dave for the way he treated him when they first met. So I'm happy that Max is treating Dave better and treating him like a friend, because he even considers Dave a friend now. That's the big thing I like about this update, that when somebody's not all that particular about you, and then they spend more time and they get to know you more, that's when their attitude changes, and they even apologize for you the way they act previously. So that's a big part I took from this update, from Max's route. We also got to learn a little bit more about Max's past as well as Alex's past. Certain bad habits of his parents, apparently, so much so that Sir Alaric did not want to talk about it. And Max's younger brother, who was part of the guild as well, he was part of a team that went on a mission and never came back. So that's certainly something that is on Max's mind, and that is something that is making him depressed. Well, it's been making him depressed for a while now, but he's trying to come to grips with it. You get to know people not by your first encounters with them, but once you get to know them more, that's truly when you figure out what that person is like. Because somebody can smile and be confident, just you can get that impression of them, but when you know them more, that's when you realize that they have insecurities, they have tragedy, and they're not as confident It's what they portray themselves to being for everybody. So that seems to be what both Max and Ray have. Two guys that seem to be confident and optimistic, but they have tragic histories of their own. So next time we're going to start another route. There were 4 routes total. We did Max so far, so in the next video you'll find out which route I'm doing next. All the information for the game is in the description box below, including their Patreon, where you can support the game by looking at updates a month before they become public, or a few months actually, I think. A few months before they become public. You can also support the game that way. You also go to their Twitter, where you can be updated on the progress of the game and dates for when they decide to post their updates for the public. So thanks for watching. Bye.